So today, we're going to dive into a field that is literally decoding the very essence of what makes us, well, us. We're talking about the huge, kind of overwhelming, but totally fascinating world of biological data.
So what's with this number? 3 billion. What is that? Well, that's roughly the number of base pairs, the actual letters in the code of the human genome. It is a mind-boggling amount of information. Seriously, think about it like a library that holds the entire instruction manual for a human being.
And that really is the big question, isn't it? It's one thing to have the book of life, but it's not enough. We need to actually read it, to understand its language, to find the chapters that talk about disease or evolution or, everything in between. So how in the world do we do that?
Well, we do it with a totally revolutionary field that's basically our Rosetta Stone for biology. This is where the code breakers of the modern era step in, and they are armed with a whole new set of tools built just to handle this massive data explosion.
And that field has a name, bioinformatics. Now, the really crucial thing to get here is that it's not just biology, and it's not just computer science. It's this incredibly powerful fusion of the two. It was literally created to make sense of that 3 billion letter code we were just talking about.
Yeah, and this slide just perfectly lays out that partnership. On one side, you've got biology asking these huge questions, right? Like, how do we evolve? Or what specific gene is causing this disease? And on the other side, you've got computer science with the tools to find the answers. We're talking powerful algorithms hunting for patterns and giant databases to store all this info. Bioinformatics, that's the bridge that connects them. It's the key.
Okay, so this is a really complex field, and trying to navigate it can feel, well, a little daunting. So to help us get a handle on some of the key parts, we're going to lean on a super comprehensive guide to the whole subject.
And that guide is an ebook called Understanding Bioinformatics. Think of it as an expert map for anyone on this journey, whether you're a student just starting out or a seasoned researcher. And yep, it's the source for all the key insights we're about to unpack right now.
And just so you know, we're not talking about some lightweight pamphlet here. This thing is a beast. It's 772 pages long. It's from authors Jeremy Baum and Marketa Zvelebil and published by Garland Science. It's aimed at advanced undergrads and postgrads, which tells you right away that it is packed with serious, high-quality info for anyone who really wants to get into the weeds.
All right, so what's actually inside this thing? Let's take a quick tour and see exactly what kind of knowledge you're going to unlock.
It covers the absolute essentials and then a whole lot more. You'll start with the fundamentals, the building blocks like nucleic acids and proteins. Then you get into the really cool techniques like sequence alignment. That's how scientists compare DNA to find evolutionary links or flag disease markers. And it goes all the way up to mapping out entire biological systems. It's a full journey.
And this is so important. As the book says, it leads readers from first principles to advanced algorithms, which means it doesn't just throw you in the deep end and hope you can swim. It's built to guide you, step by step, from the ground up. You start with the basics, and it logically builds to the super powerful stuff that's driving discoveries today.
One of the smartest things about this guide is how it's structured. It's got two types of chapters. You've got applications chapters, which are perfect if you just want to learn a technique quickly and start using it. But then, for those of us who really want to know the why behind it all, there are theory chapters that dive into the deep mathematical foundations. So it works whether you're a practical user or more of a deep thinker. It's brilliant.
Okay, so we've established it's a huge comprehensive field. But why should you care about this? What does knowing all this stuff actually empower you to do?
Because this knowledge gives you the power to translate all that biological data into actual life-changing discoveries. It is the language of modern medicine. When you understand bioinformatics, you have the toolkit to turn raw data into real-world insights. We're talking everything from developing new drugs to understanding genetic diseases or even tracing the evolutionary history of life itself. This is where the breakthroughs are happening right now.
Look, we've only just scratched the surface here using this incredible guide as our source. So if you're ready to go beyond this quick summary and really learn to decode the book of life for yourself, you can get this entire resource right now for free.
And it could not be easier. Seriously, it's just 2 steps. First, you visit the website. Second, you download your PDF. That's it.
That's it. Instant access to all 772 pages. So what are you waiting for? The power to read the code of life is literally at your fingertips. Head over to digson.com, download your free PDF of Understanding Bioinformatics, and start your journey today.